Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change everything you thought you knew about attraction. You might believe women care most about looks, money, or status, but that's exactly where most men get it completely wrong. If you've ever felt frustrated, confused, or just flat out angry about why the women you want aren't falling for you, it's because you're missing something crucial. Today, I'm revealing 9 powerful traits that have absolutely nothing to do with being a model or a millionaire. These traits are so effective that once you master them, women will start chasing you, wanting you, and choosing you. And here's the best part. It's not about pretending. It's about becoming the kind of man they simply can't resist. This isn't a trick. It's real psychology, and you're going to use it to control how she sees you, and how she feels about you. But before we dive into these traits, I want you to do 2 things. First, drop a comment below and tell me which trait you think is the most important when it comes to attraction. I'll be reading every single one, because I want to know what you believe sets a man apart. Second, hit that like button right now. Not only does it help more people discover this video, but by liking it, you're telling YouTube that this content matters to you, so they'll recommend it again the next time you need a reminder. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the very end. Because by the time we're done, you'll have the tools to completely transform how women see you. 1. Confidence without arrogance. How to own the room with quiet power. Let me break it down for you. Confidence is the key to attraction, but not in the way most men think. It's not about being loud, obnoxious, or trying to prove you're the alpha male. Confidence is deeper and more subtle. It's the energy you give off when you walk into a room and know you belong there. It's in how you handle pressure, how you carry yourself when things get tough. Think back to a moment where you felt completely in control, maybe at work, maybe during a crisis you handled with grace. Did you feel the need to brag about it? No, because that quiet self-assurance, that's real confidence. Here's the truth. Real confidence can't be faked. Arrogance is just insecurity wearing a cheap disguise. And when you try to fake it by bragging or putting others down, people can see right through it. And women, they're repelled by it. What they're truly drawn to is a man who doesn't need to prove himself. A man who's secure in his worth, who doesn't crave validation from anyone. That kind of confidence speaks louder than words. So how do you build it? Not by pretending, not by puffing your chest, but by putting yourself into tough situations, by doing hard things and proving to yourself that you can survive them. Confidence grows from experience, from facing your fears and learning that you're stronger than you thought. Each time you overcome something, big or small, you're stacking wins. You're reinforcing your belief in yourself. And women are naturally drawn to that unshakable energy. Why? Because it tells them you can handle life, and if you can handle life, you can handle a relationship. Next time you're in a group, try this. Resist the urge to dominate the conversation. Let your presence speak instead. Notice how people start to lean in when you're comfortable with silence, when you don't need to explain your every move. Master that, and your confidence will grow naturally. Confidence isn't about shouting to be heard. It's about being so grounded that people want to listen. Want to know one of the most powerful tools you can have in your arsenal? Emotional intelligence. We've all been told to man up, hide our emotions, and act tough. But guess what? Women don't want a man who's emotionally unavailable. They want a man who understands his own emotions, and, more importantly, understands theirs. Emotional intelligence is more than just recognizing feelings. It's about reading between the lines and understanding what's unspoken. It's about tuning into what she's not saying, but clearly feeling. Think about a time when you really listened to someone, not just heard their words, but actually felt what they were going through. Maybe it was a friend dealing with something heavy. That deep connection you felt. That's emotional intelligence. It's not about fixing the problem. It's about being present, acknowledging the emotion, and making that person feel seen and understood. Here's where most men mess up. When a woman shares her emotions, they jump straight into fix-it mode. That's not what she wants. She doesn't need you to solve her problems, she needs you to understand them. Women are drawn to men who can sit with their emotions, reflect them back, and make them feel heard. It's rare, and that's exactly why it's so attractive. Try this. Next time you're talking to a woman and she shares something emotional, don't jump in with advice. Instead, try saying something like, "That sounds really tough. I can't imagine how that must feel." You'll be amazed at how much deeper the conversation gets. And when she feels like you really get her, that's when the magic happens. The key to a woman's heart isn't solving her problems. It's understanding her feelings. 3. Ambition and drive. Why passion and purpose make you irresistible. Let me make this super clear. Ambition is sexy. But ambition isn't just about chasing more money, a big house, or a flashy car. It's about having purpose, a mission, a reason to wake up and chase something bigger than yourself. Women are incredibly attracted to men who have direction in life, even if they're still on the way up. It's not about having it all. It's about working to. Think back to a time when you set a goal and pushed hard to reach it, maybe at work, maybe in the gym, or even learning something new. That feeling of momentum, of working towards something meaningful, that's ambition. And women can sense when a man is on a mission. It tells them you won't settle, that you're driven, that you're going somewhere. That's irresistible. Here's what most guys don't get. It's not about where you are right now, it's about where you're going. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be moving forward. Women are naturally drawn to men who are passionate about something, because that energy, that fire, it's contagious. Set a goal, any goal, personal, professional, spiritual, physical. Maybe it's reading one book a month. Maybe it's launching a side hustle. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that it gives your life direction. When you're focused on something bigger than yourself, that drive shows up in everything you do. Your energy shifts, your conversations deepen, and women will notice, because a man with a purpose is a man she'll follow. 4. Humor and playfulness, the fastest way to her heart. Playfulness is what sets you apart. Life is tough. Everyone has their own struggles. But the guys who can make women laugh through the hard times, they're the ones who stand out. Women want to be around men who make them feel light, who bring fun and joy into their lives. If you can make her laugh, you're already halfway there. Think about the last time you turned an awkward or stressful moment into something funny. Maybe it was a joke, a light-hearted comment, or just making fun of yourself. That ability to find humor in life's ups and downs. It's incredibly attractive. Why? Because it shows resilience. It shows you don't take yourself too seriously, and that you can navigate life with ease, even when it's not easy. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh because humor creates an instant connection. It breaks down barriers. It makes you more approachable. And most importantly, it creates shared experiences. Here's the best part. Your humor doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian. What matters is that you're being authentic, that you're being yourself and showing that you can enjoy life, even when things get tough. Start incorporating humor into your daily interactions. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Drop a playful comment. Be the guy who can lift the mood without trying too hard. When you show that you can be light-hearted, especially in serious situations, it signals that you're confident and in control. Make her laugh, and she'll remember you. Keep her laughing, and she won't want to leave. 5. Stability and dependability. How to be the rock she can lean on. Let's talk about stability, and no, it's not just about money. Emotional stability is what women crave. They want to know that when life gets tough, you won't crumble. They want a man who's dependable, someone they can count on not just when things are easy, but when they're hard. What's more attractive than someone who's got their life together? Someone who doesn't get thrown off course by every bump in the road. That's what emotional stability looks like. And it's a huge turn on. When you're stable, it shows that you're reliable, that you've got your own back, and that you can have hers, too. That you can handle whatever life throws your way. Women want a man who can be their rock, someone who's strong when they need it most. And let's be real, life is full of unpredictability. There will always be challenges. But when you're the guy who stays calm, collected, and grounded, you instantly become more attractive. So how do you get there? Build stability in your own life first. Focus on creating routines that give you structure. Whether it's working out consistently, managing your finances, or sticking to a daily schedule, these habits tell the world, and her, that you're dependable. Because in a world full of uncertainty, the man who is consistent becomes irreplaceable. Be her constant. That's the kind of stability she'll never want to let go of. 6. Passion and amp. Enthusiasm. Fuel for life that makes you magnetic. Here's the truth. Passion is contagious. When you're passionate about something, it lights you up from the inside out. And women are naturally drawn to that energy. But passion isn't just about being obsessed with work or a hobby. It's about having a zest for life, a curiosity, a hunger to experience everything life has to offer. Women want a man who's excited about living, someone who brings that energy into every part of his life, a man who sees possibility and excitement around every corner. Think about the last time you were truly passionate about something. Maybe it was a goal, a creative project, or just an idea you couldn't stop thinking about. That feeling of being totally absorbed, where time just flies, that's what passion is. And it's magnetic. Women don't need you to have it all figured out, but they want to see that spark, that fire, because it signals that you're fully engaged with life. So what can you do? Identify something you're passionate about, and make time for it. It could be anything. Reading, music, building something, learning a new skill, traveling, whatever fuels your soul. When you live with passion, you radiate energy. And that energy, it's what makes you irresistible. Passion turns a good man into a great one. Pursue a goal. Make sure you're living with enthusiasm. When you're passionate about your own life, women will become passionate about being a part of it. Passion is what turns an ordinary man into someone unforgettable. 7. Mystery and amp. Independence. Keep her intrigued by unfolding slowly. Here's the thing about mystery, it's a lost art. And yet, it's one of the most powerful ways to keep a woman intrigued. Most men think the way to win someone over is by giving everything up front, laying all their cards on the table, oversharing every detail of their lives from day one. But here's the truth, women love mystery. They are naturally curious beings. When you give them just enough to be interested, but hold some things back, they'll want to know more. They'll want to peel back the layers and uncover who you are over time. This sense of intrigue keeps things fresh, exciting, and engaging. Now let's be clear, mystery isn't about playing games or being dishonest. It's about maintaining your independence, living your life, having your own interests, and not feeling the need to constantly overshare. Women are drawn to men who have their own world, who don't rely on others for validation or happiness. When you have your own life outside the relationship, it shows that you're self-sufficient. And that's incredibly attractive. Think about the last time you got completely absorbed in something, a hobby, a project, a personal goal. Remember how focused and alive you felt. That's the kind of energy that communicates independence. You're a man on a mission. And women can't resist that. Because when you're secure in who you are, and she has to slowly uncover the depth of you, it keeps her hooked. So here's what you do, maintain your independence. Keep pursuing your own interests and passions, even when you're in a relationship. Don't give everything away at once. Let her discover things about you gradually. When you give her the space to explore your world, it keeps the spark alive. A man who is a mystery to be discovered is a man she'll never stop thinking about. Independence is the key to maintaining mystery. 8. Kindness and amp. Compassion, the rare quality that sets you apart. Kindness is one of the most underrated, but most powerful, traits a man can have. In a world where so many people are focused on themselves, being genuinely kind and compassionate sets you apart. But here's where most men get it wrong. Kindness doesn't mean being a pushover. It's not about letting people walk all over you. Real kindness is strength. It's about being empathetic, understanding, and showing genuine care for others, without expecting anything in return. Think back to a moment when you helped someone, just because it felt right. Maybe it was assisting a friend with a task, offering support when they were going through something, or simply being present when someone needed you. That kind of selfless compassion is magnetic. It shows women that you're not just focused on yourself, you care about the well-being of others. And that's rare. But here's the kicker. Kindness also means knowing your own worth. It's about having boundaries and being able to stand up for what's right, without losing your empathy. Women are deeply attracted to men who are both kind and strong. Men who can show softness without weakness, empathy without losing themselves. Start making kindness a part of your everyday life. Whether it's helping someone, listening without judgment, or just treating people with respect, those small actions add up. Women notice how you treat others. And when they see that you're a good man not just to them, but to everyone, you become the kind of man they can trust, admire, and truly fall for. 9. Physical presence and charisma. How to command attention without saying a word. Let's talk about physical presence and charisma. Yes, looks can play a role in attraction, but here's the truth. Charisma trumps appearance every single time. Charisma is that magnetic energy that draws people in without you even saying a word. It's in the way you carry yourself, how you walk into a room, how you interact, how you own your space. Women are instinctively drawn to men who walk with purpose, who stand tall, who radiate quiet confidence. Not just confidence in how they look, but confidence in who they are. Think back to a time when you felt completely in control of your surroundings. Maybe it was how you greeted people, the eye contact you held, or just the calm, grounded energy you gave off. That's charisma in action. It's not about being loud or flashy. It's about commanding attention with composure. And here's the best part. Charisma can be developed. You're not born with it, you build it. Start with your body language. Stand tall. Make solid eye contact. Slow down your movements. Walk with purpose. Next, focus on your voice. Speak clearly. Don't rush your words. Let silence work in your favor. People are drawn to those who speak with conviction and composure. It signals self-control, presence, power, and yes, your physical appearance plays a part too. Not in terms of being conventionally attractive, but in showing you respect yourself. Take care of your grooming, your hygiene, your health. Dress well. These little details tell the world, I value myself. You should too. Before you walk into any room, center yourself. Take a breath. Straighten your spine. Feel grounded. Charisma isn't about being the loudest man in the room. It's about being the one everyone quietly notices. Conclusion and action plan. How to apply these traits and transform your life. Right now, you have the 9 traits that make a man absolutely irresistible. But here's the thing, knowing them isn't enough. You have to take action. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Whether it's building confidence, becoming more emotionally intelligent, embracing your independence, or pursuing your passion, it all starts with one small step. Remember, these aren't just tools to attract women. They're habits that will elevate your entire life. Here's what I want you to do now. Comment below with the one trait you're going to focus on first. Let me know what action step you're taking to level up. Then hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because in upcoming videos, I'm giving you even more powerful insights to help you become the best version of yourself. And if you haven't already, like this video. That way, YouTube will keep recommending content that keeps you on track and locked in. Remember, change starts with commitment. The only thing standing between you and the man you're meant to be is action. So go out there, apply these traits, live them, and watch your life transform.